welcome to another exciting edition of the Untold, joined by the amazing Hussein and Ajouz.
What was the first one?
Spider-Man.
I forgot.
I called you amazing so much that you have to turn into Spider-Man at some point.
Not me, Ahmed, not me. Anyway, kick it off.
Yes, what a great episode we're going to have today. Very
Yes.
informative episode.
Yeah.
We have a doctor, a civil engineering
He does quite a lot.
PhD
He does quite a
holder. He does a lot of things. He's going to shift from engineering to
Business consulting and
business
coaching
consulting and marketing and all that
100%.
stuff.
100%.
Let's not waste any
Let's start it.
much time.
Yeah.
Welcome our guests right after this.
We're back from the break and we can finally welcome the special guest, Dr. Helal. Dr. Mashallah alayk, we've been doing the research about you. You do a lot of things.
Yeah.
You're
You did your
consultant.
homework,
You're a consultant. There's hockey. There's basketball. There's engineering. There's PhD.
We're gonna
there's so much.
explore all that, but first
So-
we'll come on the show.
Welcome on the show. Honestly,
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
The pleasure is all mine, and I'm happy to be here today.
Likewise. I think we like to start the episodes usually by asking any guest. So, Doctor, I think everyone's curious to know if we were to ask you who is Dr. Helal. Because obviously there's a lot, but how would you identify yourself today? Like, what's your story?
I'm just a simple father of 4, a brother of 12.
Wow.
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 The first son, the project
The
manager.
first of 12.
First of 12, yes, from 2 parts.
Okay, that's
Okay,
easier.
okay,
Now. That's
okay.
easier. Now.
And on the other hand, I do my full-time job as a project manager.
Okay.
Nice.
And on the side, I do my side hustle as marketing freelancers.
Marketing freelance. Coach.
Yes.
So you're
I
coaching people to do the marketing.
He coaches
for
with-
marketing themselves.
Marketing
Individuals,
and
individuals, not
individuals.
companies.
Okay.
If you can see, during the pandemic, the COVID,
Yeah.
the whole businesses run to the social media to grab
Right.
the people's attention,
Of course.
Absolutely.
which made it so hard
Mm.
for the individuals,
Yeah.
service providers, to be shown. So they keep struggling with this, that you can hear it or reading it, algorithm, Instagram, Facebook, wherever.
Yeah.
They want to be seen, but there is a lot of flooding of non-stop continuous media.
Yeah, of course.
Well, now they need some practical steps. They need some help within basics to learn.
Coaching, essentially. They need
Yes,
coaching.
that's what I do for them. I have a program
Mm-hmm.
based on the 3 different, let's say, school of knowledge. I try to not Kuwaitinize, but let's say Gulfinize it, so it can,
Galvanize it. Okay.
Yeah.
so it
Fair.
can suit the whole Gulf region
Okay.
in a practical, simple, doable, and affordable way.
Nice.
Nice.
So, Doctor, if we were to go back in time, where did the journey of Dr. Helal start? Would you say university back in your bachelor's, or would you say where
Well, I
did
want to touch
everything-
up on that too.
Yeah.
What did you pursue? Civil engineering as a bachelor's?
Yep.
Yep. What made you choose civil engineering?
Since I was kid,
Yes, since you were a child.
I was looking at the College of Faculty of Engineering.
Yeah.
I say I want to be there as civil engineering.
But why?
Nice.
I loved it.
What
You had a
did you
passion.
love?
The-
Yeah,
the
what did you love?
drawings.
The drawings.
That's what takes me tuned to it.
Okay.
But where did I start? My life starts from the aggression, the invasion of Kuwait.
Ah, okay.
I was alone in the house on the day,
Mm.
August 2nd,
August
Mm.
2nd.
and I have to do something with my life. Nobody at home, everybody outside Kuwait. I ran to stay with my granny and nanny, or grandfather and grandmother. Allah yarhamhum.
Allah yarhamah.
Then start volunteering, removing garbage, trash, digging graves, removing dead bodies, volunteering in the bakery, in Jam'iyya,
This is all during the.
all during the aggression. And then we did some gardening, we did some, like, they brought some chickens, sheep, people, they need handworks.
Right.
In the 80s, I have to mention this. We are so fortunate, people were kids in the 80s. There was daily dosages in the cartoons
Yeah.
for us as a kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
the media via the cartoon shows like Sally, Bashar, Nahul, you name that shows, Bill Sebastian, it hidden values based on the three stops. The land, protecting the land, family, and security. So we have to produce, provide, and be productive. So all our generation is raised on the love of the land, love the family, and productivity. So we have to become, or whatever word you would like to choose, being productive. And that's the point where it makes us work.
Right.
And that's why you have been doing so much.
And then I found myself with cashless. So I have to say I need to work. I start taking some women socks and stand on the streets and start selling them.
Wow.
I have no idea what the woman needs or wants, and they are keeping asking me freaky question. I don't know what to ask.
That's actually big.
Questions, type of socks and stuff.
Right. I'm just selling them.
And the shops still exist.
Wow.
So it's Malala socks until this very day. It's the same picture. They never change it. It's classic.
But I love the fact that you went away from any. I mean, you're very good at adapting to situations. And I think you were in such a situation where you're like, I don't have the cash. This is the situation in life. How can I adapt? And you did, which most people wouldn't do what you did.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because of my 14 years childhood, was very sad childhood.
Sad childhood.
To give you a glimpse, in this 14 years of my first 14 years of life, I've been moved to 8 schools.
8 schools.
9 houses.
Wow.
That's a lot for a 14-year-old.
With so many traumas you would like to mention, it happened.
But it built some. So would you say that that's what built the doctor that we're seeing today? That's extremely powerful in terms of
shaped up who you are.
Standing up wherever you're thrown. Like I mean, literally wherever you go, you can stand up straight. And
we have a saying, a wise saying. If you want to translate it, الطقة اللي ما تكسر ظهرك تقويك.
We can say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Thank you for that instant translation.
Okay.
That what made me today.
Wow. That's actually. I mean, that's obviously deeper than we're just.
Yeah.
Like I'm not sure.
I like getting deep on the Untold. I think this is the show where we need to.
But there's also a lot. Like I'm literally. I have it in me. Like at some point in the 1991, you were like a delivery guy for restaurants as well. So what happened?
I was a delivery guy inside. After the aggression.
Okay.
There is nothing to do, sitting in the house. So I went to volunteer. So there was like one tiny restaurant in Jamia. He said, okay, I need someone to go to the cars, to go to the kitchen, bring stuff. So I was delivering stuff. Then I sell clothes again because people was having like 8 salaries at once. So there was so many liquidity at the town. And there is one guy was giving me clothes. Says, this is 10, this is 20, medium, large. Girls' clothes, same design, 2 sizes, 110, 120. That's it. It's like 1-2 hours, and they sold out. I go back home.
Nice. But at what level of education were you at that point? Like if we're talking 1991 or
15 years old.
15 years old.
You're 15 years old.
Yeah.
But that,
First year of high school.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
When I went to college, I was engaged with the societies and elections. I hold up the printing stuff, writing articles, going to the printers, and until I get F. I then say, guys, that's it for me. I have a future.
But
where did you do your bachelor's? Was it in Kuwait?
Kuwait.
In Kuwait. And then your master's?
Kuwait.
And your doctorate?
PhD in Derbyshire University, England.
England, nice.
Yes.
Okay, how was that experience? What made you want to go for a master's, go for the doctorate, go for a highest thing you can get?
I told you that the productivity is something inside in here. You feel you need to do something. The soon I graduate from Kuwait University,
Yes.
1998.
1998.
I get the job within days
Okay.
in Public Authority for
Nice.
Housing Welfare. At
Nice.
that time, they
Nice.
need engineers, yes.
Nice.
As a site engineer for infrastructure projects, just about less than a month, fall down, then I found out that I had a brain tumor the size
Oh.
of a mango.
Wow, that's
Mango.
actually big.
It's almost half of my brain big.
A tumor.
A tumor,
Cancerous tumor?
yes.
Oh.
So he said, you have to go in now.
Hmm.
I said, I want to think. He said, no, no thinking.
No thinking.
You will be admitted now
To remove it.
to remove it. And within 3 days,
Uh-huh.
I took the surgery and done.
All good.
All good.
Cancer free.
Until this very day, I'm going to the hospital
Oh.
to continuously, because,
It's,
sorry for that, after 7 years, I got the other one.
Mm.
And I continue now my checkups in
Mm.
London.
Nice.
The doctor there said, look, this medication that you are having
Mm.
to reduce the seizures I'm having because of the scars on my head
Mm.
Yeah.
and all the painkillers and stuff, it gets you to bad side of emotions, dragging you
Mm.
down because it is nerve medication.
Nerve medication. So it could have
So
some
you
side
have to do
effects.
something
Mm.
to distract you
Mm.
from being dragged to that way.
Drag to that.
Go
bottom.
to my neighbor, which he is advisor at Uni
Mm.
Derbyshire, and continue your thesis, which I've done. Within 2 years, I am become a doctor. I just continued my thesis based on my master degree.
What was your thesis?
Project manager
Mm-hmm.
for the mid-size buildings cash flow.
Mid-sized building.
Yes, how to integrate it.
Interesting.
That was based on.
Okay. Cool.
Back to Kuwait, said,
Mm.
okay, what's next? I took my MBA degree and I started for another years.
My God, wow.
Then my mother said, look, ربى عيالك.
It's time to focus on it now. Wow.
So I opened an office down here on the floor 17
No way.
for the consulting. I said, look,
You
I'm
guys
not
are
going to
neighbors.
study anymore.
We're neighbors.
I'm going to teach now.
Okay.
She said, okay. Allah yarhamha.
Marhaba. You know when they say when like life pushes you down 7, you stand up 8. I mean, you're standing up 100. Like when life is pushing you down,
There is no putting this guy down.
you honestly, like, it's just mashallah and crazy, because I find it very inspirational and empowering to hear this story, that at so many times in your life I feel like you could have easily said, this is me, I'm giving up, you know.
Look, whenever a door closes,
Another.
there is a window open.
Mm.
Maybe it looks invisible or hidden, but it is there.
I love that quote, to be
I
honest.
like that. That's he changed.
I was
it.
gonna say, like,
He
there's another
changed it.
door
Yeah,
and there's a
yeah,
window
yeah.
open.
Yeah.
That's
No,
we
there's a
always
crack
forget
in the
about
hole
windows.
that you can escape through.
We always forget about the windows.
You forget about the windows.
Don't
man.
forget the window. There
Don't-
is
don't
always a
forget
window.
the window.
Wow, honestly, okay. So now currently right now in the meantime. So after all of that journey, you sit and did you ever expect to get to this level of
No,
career?
no.
You never expected it.
I did it just for the sake of a productivity,
All right.
not for the money,
Mm.
not for the being famous.
Yeah.
No,
No.
just doing it for the sake of doing,
Amazing.
and I would like to help.
Love it.
It looks like it from all the stories you've shared. You're a
Even
very helpful
in
person.
my consultancies and stuff, I was doing this group coaching for this 5 KD a month. My
5
colleagues-
KD. What year are we talking here?
Here.
Now, 5
it's
KD a
not
month
like
now?
Last year, they start saying, look, you're breaking the market.
Right.
I said, I don't need the money. I need them just to be engaging.
Right.
It is less than a latte from Starbucks.
Exactly.
To have like a 5
Two of them.
KD.
Doctor, do you mind if I interrupt? We're just gonna have to go on a quick break, and we'll be back to continue the story. All right.
Take a break.
We'll be back. We're back to continue that conversation with Dr. Helal. So, Doctor, obviously we spoke about a lot about your life, the ups and downs. Let's talk about the meantime, perhaps, what you do now, what you do today. You are a consultant, you're a coach, and you're a content creator. Perhaps talking about this, first of all, what got you in the content creation world? Is this new to your life, or did you feel that it's supposed to be there, complementary to my work?
It was new. In 2015, when I've done my MBA,
Yeah.
I did some teaching. They called me the Gus University to do part-time teaching for those doctors who go to the conferences or they are engaged for something or they cannot come up. I show up instead
Okay.
because I was a student there,
Yeah.
and I gave them. I liked the teaching, I liked the training, and then I said, okay, I will do some training. Everybody was at that time doing this TOT thing.
Trainer
TOT?
trainers?
Yeah, train for trainers.
Yeah, yeah.
So there was a flood of trainers and
Yeah.
this courses, many courses, 5 days.
Mm.
Then I was not niching down who I'm gonna teach. So I started. I'm doing for the business. I'm doing for whatever. I'm doing for whatever pricing, going here and there
Yeah.
until the pandemic came. I said,
Yeah.
"Look, have to focus on something."
Exactly.
But everybody is talking about how to start your business. And then it came to my mind, if they start their business, how do they gonna reach the people? They need marketing,
Yes.
which I'm good at because I love it. So, doing nothing at that time during the pandemic, start taking some courses, reading books. I have created this program I've told you about.
Yes, yes.
And start taking some good content from the blogs, from the media, from the books, and translate it into social media content and the Instagram.
Smart. Honestly, that's a smart
It's
approach.
very,
Yes.
very clever.
So start giving free courses
Yeah.
at that time, how to raise up, because everybody's KPI, the number of followers they are getting,
Right.
right?
But there's more to it than just
There's
some
more to
followers,
it.
right?
So I've tried to catch them from that point of view. Until this very day, I'm doing this. That was my strategy.
Nice.
Took them from that point, and then they came back to me, help us.
So you establish yourself as, hey, listen, I can get you solutions to your problems, and they loved it, and here we are.
Yes. Client awareness was my Instagram.
Client awareness.
Yes. That was my first touch point to them.
Nice.
Now they get to know me. Now they get to trust me. Then now they can try me. Then they can buy from me.
So that's why I told you it's complementary to your work. Like as a consultant, if I want to
Yes.
work with you, I'll check your Instagram account, and if it's something very, well done, I'll trust you more. So this is the world we live in.
Yes. And when they come to my Instagram, they go to my website.
Which is even better.
Yes, and when they go to my website, they can see my credentials, they can see my degrees, you can see my life history, and my offers.
Your offers. Nice.
Are the programs
Yes,
running
still
until
active,
today?
Yes, still.
Any changes you use? I mean, that came in the pandemic, right?
The first thing in the pandemic was the Instagram thing.
Okay, and I feel everyone did that in the pandemic. Everyone was
Because
doing.
there is a lot of time to
There's a
kill.
lot of time, abundance of time.
It was crazy. Everyone started loving going live on Instagram. Everyone was going live on Instagram.
It was
you
daily
surely
life
did.
on Instagram.
I surely did.
You surely did.
I was like just following the trends. I was like, why is everyone going? Let me go just go open my lifestyle.
They watch every sitcom, they watch every series. Even me start watching TV on pandemic. I watched Breaking Bad, I watched Better Call Saul, and start taking from them content as well.
Really? From the world of Breaking Bad, you took content.
Content about branding.
About branding.
Heisenberg was branding his glue stuff.
Right,
Because
right.
nobody can do it as good as him.
No.
Saul was struggling to make a business.
Right.
I did like more than 4 posts about that, or
Wow.
8.
That's interesting.
Combined.
How
That's
you,
interesting
how
how
you
you took something.
take things from TV
Yes.
shows and incorporate it into
Absolutely.
your own.
Seinfeld as well. I did how to brand themselves because Kramer was trying to brand himself all the time.
Yeah, I'm.
You're
And
not a
friends as well.
Seinfeld guy. You're not a Seinfeld guy.
I have no idea.
You don't have no idea about Seinfeld?
I mean, I just.
You know of him.
Yeah, perhaps.
Okay.
That's what you get.
Okay. I did it for friends as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
you watched?
I'll do for.
Peaky Blinders too.
Peaky Blinders.
Yes.
So you take inspiration from these shows and movies.
Yes, because there's always
There's
lessons.
always information there to
Keep
use.
looking from outside the pictures, you will see the lessons going on.
It's like, that's I always say, like, give it like an eagle eye kind of view. Like, you have to go up, you have to, fly high to see everything from the top. Otherwise, you're going to be too blind and looking at the
It's
details.
phenomenal. I love that way of thinking.
Yes.
Amazing.
Okay, nice. And today in the content, is there a certain focus that you do it, or is it just kind of like reading the blogs and telling people, hey, listen, this is the marketing world that we live in, and or do you not have any focus? Right, because there are a lot of content creators watching this. So.
I'd like to literal people to get them know how to do things. That's my focus on Instagram. Whenever I see a question came to me, I try to find a content to them.
Yeah.
And they say, this is your answer to your questions. Since they asked that question, there is other thousands of people who have the same question.
Same question.
But they have the guts to ask.
True.
And they get the answer. And it is for public. Either by going on live or on a video or on a carousel or a photo.
How do you have the courage to do that? Like, how do you have the courage to do all these things, to put yourself in front of the world on social media and speak?
I was so strict as everybody telling me you have like sharp eyes and you always look angry. So I said, look, I'm not gonna do any live, I'm not gonna do any videos.
Okay.
And then I said, what the hell?
Let me do it.
Let me do it.
Let me do it.
I opened the camera and started talking.
I like, okay, no, I see, that's something that not a lot of people do, because a lot of people have to think 100 times before going in front of
Yes,
Instagram.
because you are
Yeah.
facing the public,
And the big public.
which is the second number one afraid after dying.
Oh my God. Third is like public
Yeah,
speaking.
because number one fear is dying. Going on in front of the public is number two.
Yeah.
Really?
I
Yeah.
say
That's for you.
No, it's for everybody.
So they say that public speaking either is a second or the most.
Well, I'll throw
scary.
something at you. Fear is a product of our imagination. It is not real.
It is not.
It's not true?
No.
You don't think that?
No.
Really? You think it's very real?
It is what you have, thinking it would be happen, but it's not the real thing. It's going to be.
It's a perspective game. I think it's a
perspective
perspective game. You can either see the Instagram as being something, oh, the whole world is seeing me, everyone's going to criticize me, or the whole world is seeing me, everyone's going to support me. So am I right when I say, no, because my perspective on Instagram is I always thought if I go on Instagram, people will criticize me and,
There's
comment.
always critics.
But
There's always critics.
I realized that if I was to compare out of 100 people, there was 90 supporters and 10 criticizers.
That's how it should be.
Let them criticize.
And let them criticize.
This is a
Let them
feedback. Good for
Yeah.
you to have a feedback.
Yeah,
Free
of course.
feedback.
Free
not
feedback.
Free
Okay.
feedback.
It is free, honestly, and it's very valuable.
Because if you are asking your friends, they say, "Oh, you look good, you look sharp, you look."
And they
this
always
is
do
not.
that.
This
Yeah.
is all phony feedback.
Yeah,
That's a
phony
real feedback.
Yeah.
There is haters. I'll give you an example. There is a smell coming to you from outside the car while you're driving. What you will do? Bad smell. Turn on the AC, the smell is there.
Close
Open the window, the smell is there.
Smells that's coming from the
The
outside.
car is moving, and just keep moving
Yeah.
until it's gone.
Until it's gone.
So you will
Interesting.
continue your journey.
The journey doesn't
The
the
haters
car
At
doesn't
the
stop.
same
Well,
time,
the trolls will
The
go.
car
and-
doesn't stop. The car
I like
And-
that. I like that
I think do.
concept. That's.
actually, I took it from John Gray. He told me that by himself. He came to Kuwait once I met him.
Wow.
And he said that it will go by itself.
True.
Don't worry.
True.
Okay, shift of conversation. Something that we know that you did about the training of the 3,000 students in the Gulf. You trained a lot of students, didn't
I
you?
did, yes.
Can you tell us more about that?
When you do free webinar, there
Yeah.
is a lot of people, Arabic speakers people,
Yeah.
globally.
Yeah.
From Australia to Canada. Never
Mm.
imagined I'm going to have student, Iraqi or Syrian or Sudani in Canada or in Scandinavian country somewhere, like in Sweden or in Australia at the same time.
Wow.
Some
Yeah.
people wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning there at their time, and the other ones at, I don't know what times.
Yeah.
Time zones different.
Time zones.
And because it is free webinars, they register.
join.
They register,
My
yeah.
Zoom can hold 100.
True.
Weekly, accumulated, it's more than 3,300. Until this very day, it is 4,000, guys. More than 4,000.
And you're coaching them on the same topic we're talking about?
No, different topic.
Different
Wow.
topics.
It's all about freelancing, from starting the thinking of the mentality of worrying, then how to create it, then how to run it, how to put it in the process, how to market it, then how to deal with customers.
It's a
Amazing.
whole
So it is
business, yeah.
steps.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's
there's
more than
steps, yeah.
7 steps.
Nice. And I see that you are able to analyze personalities, right?
I do this, yes.
And what does that entail? How do you analyze?
afraid to be honest.
Yeah, can you analyze my
No,
personality?
no, I'm not that deep.
Okay,
From
okay.
looking at
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
I do some like assessments I have.
Assessments. Okay, what does that entail? What is the purpose?
When they people comes
Mm.
first,
Mm.
people, it's all about them, not about you.
Right.
You have to put that in your mind.
Right.
When you start telling them where is their weaknesses,
Mm.
where is their downsizes,
Mm. Mm.
now you can find more about their personality and where they can adapt their strength
Mm.
to uncover it and give it back to their weakness.
Mm.
So that assessments, I can use it to strengthen their weaknesses.
Strengthen their weakness.
That's a big coaching perspective. I mean, you're a coach. So I'm not surprised that you have that perspective in life where you don't give them a solution, do you? Like what you do with people, you
You
sit.
guide them to the solution.
Look, coaching standards supposed to be not guiding the coachee they call it, the
Yeah.
student.
The student.
That's why I told the people, my friends, my community in Saudi Arabia.
Mm.
I told them, look, I'm not going to follow any school of coaching because there is no two schools having the same definition for coaching.
True.
Okay?
Mm.
Okay, they agreed you don't guide and pinpoint the solution.
Mm.
The coachee should find the solution by himself. We are not the one who put that coaching school.
Mm.
We are living in an Eastern world, an Arab world, an
Mm.
Gulf world, an Kuwait world. We have our values. We
Right.
have our standards.
Mm.
We have our ways.
True.
We've raised by guidance,
Mm.
by the father, by the mother, by the great uncle,
course,
the
yeah.
great relative of us. We have
Yeah.
to respect all these, right?
Mm.
So people need that way.
Mm.
I'm not going to follow because I'm not going to follow unsigned or the ethics there.
Mm.
I will move on my own way. And who knows, إن شاء الله أسوي مدرستي بروحي بعد مالت الكوتشي مالت الكويت.
إن شاء الله، إن
You're
شاء الله، إن شاء
amazing.
الله.
Your own school.
Yeah, والله.
I can see that for you actually.
والله إن شاء الله.
I can see that for you.
Like
Alright.
support.
And since we're reaching the end of our episode, what advice do you have? I don't know who we should point it to. He's covering so many
I
different
mean,
people.
honestly, just to
But yeah, just your last words before we end.
Last words to who? For you too or
No. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it, but to the public. That's just
To the public.
to the public?
watching this.
For everybody's watching, I would say strengthen yourself with words.
With words.
Just acknowledge.
Like vocabulary
Control
wise?
your tongue.
Control your tongue.
Control your manners. Never get angry. Never show you're angry. Read books, good books.
Good books. Okay.
For men or women books. Always don't keep good words coming out of your mouth fluently. Don't humble, don't mumble, don't say, You
Filler
will-
words, yeah.
You will lose the credit with that if you are not
Right.
fluent.
Right.
It's the simple things, yeah.
Yeah.
The power of word is a magic.
That's true.
Mm.
Even
Alright.
even Quran is word. It says اقرأ بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. The first thing being
Mm.
told to the Prophet Muhammad is read.
Read.
So this word is very important.
All right.
Mhm.
Strengthen yourself with
Noted.
words.
Thank you. Thank you for those beautiful
Thank you
words.
so
and
much.
Thank you for
Thank
joining
you,
us
and the
today.
pleasure is mine. Thank you for having me today in here.
Amazing. We'll be back for the wrap up.
Back with a wrap up with this beautiful episode with Dr. Helal.
Amazing. So much
So-
knowledge he has.
So you're not a marketeer, right? Did you
Not really.
feel? I mean, what do you think about what he does from a non-marketeer perspective?
It's amazing.
Yeah, I think.
And the things he said, his advice at the end.
Yeah.
You know what you should do.
Absolutely.
Controlling your anger.
Yeah. These
you
are
know,
literally
being
psychological
fluent.
things.
The
Mhm.
psychological elements to what he had
Absolutely.
to say was phenomenal.
I love his life story.
Yes.
A lot to speak about.
Mhm.
He's obviously had, as he said, tough childhood.
Very, very.
That made
tough
him the
childhood.
person he is today.
Yeah.
Right, beautiful episode.
Yes.
Hopefully looking forward for more.
For more.
All right, this is it for everyone. We'll see you in the next one. Good night.